Meanwhile, at the Leaving Book Cafe, Daniel's filling out an application. And as Jeremy came to his table and saw what he's doing. You wanna work here? And as Daniel looked up and saw his brother Jeremy there. I figured since I have a lot of time on my hand, why not? I see. And as Jeremy sat down and faced Daniel, maybe I could work here as well. There you are. And as Meredith came to their table and Jeremy and Daniel saw her. Meanwhile, at the Graham High School in the courtyard, Drew's on his iPhone looking at stuff. And as Lucas came to where Drew is, and Drew saw, and as he put his iPhone up and got up and faced Lucas. Thanks for meeting here. What's going on? We may have a serious problem on our hands. Meanwhile, at the LAPD station in Greg's office, Greg's working on paperwork to someone knocking his door. Come in. And as Carly and Bobby came in, and Greg saw, Carly, Bobby, what can I do for you? You can tell the mayor to drop this bogus charge on my wife's mother. You know that's out of my hands, really? Because it seems to me it's awfully convenient to have her trial pushed up for a crime. I'm getting where you're coming from. Really, I do. But the mayor's hands tied. You mean he won't do anything, right? Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in Jesse's room, Jesse's still in the shadow realm, but's lying in coma in real life to other people, with his wife Lauren sitting by his bedside, and there's someone knocking on the door. And as Lauren turned and saw it's Steve and Carol, and signaled them to come in, which they did. And as Steve closed the door, and as him and his wife came to where Lauren is. How is he? Why'd you say he's fallen in a coma? What exactly happened? I don't know. I went to his flat and I found him on the ground like this. Meanwhile, in the waiting room, Tamara and Kevin are talking. Seriously, Tamara, my sister can't be at one place all the time. Andrew needs his wife more than ever, and if your sister not around makes it look wrong, I think you should go. Look, I'm sorry, no, I am. But honestly, Tamara, you and I aren't going anywhere, so I think it's best we call it quits now. You serious? Are you breaking up me over this? Yes, I am. We're done, Tamara. I think I know what this is about. Do you really? Yeah, I do. You think I'm still hungover, CJ? Meanwhile, on the balcony, Joseph's looking at the view of downtown. So someone came and tapped him on the shoulder, and as he turned and saw it's Olivia. Hey, Nep. Nervous. Are you still convinced that your mom's not herself? I honestly don't know what the hell is going on. Clearly, I'm in a parallel universe here. Meanwhile, in Taya's office, Kyle and Carrie's Susan are still making out, and as Wilma came in, and as Susan saw, and as she stopped, which also caused Kyle to stop, and as he turned and faced her with Susan by his side. What the hell is going on? Someone needs to knock before this is in your room. Wilma, calm down. Just shut up. I know what I saw. Little girl, that's another little girl. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Then walk away and focus on your own marriage that needs your attention. You are the last person to tell me to fix my marriage when you're here kissing my sister's husband. Willie, Kyle, I got a better question. Why are you here in the first place? I was minding my own business. You mean you were spying? Harry was thinking you were right for my son, but I guess I was wrong. Anyways, I gotta go. Excuse me. And as Susan went and left the room, and Wilma also turned and head out, but Kyle ran and closed the door. And as he turned and faced Wilma. Now what? I think it's time you and I have a little talk here. Meanwhile, at the Leaving Book Cafe, Meredith, Daniel, and Jeremy are talking. Meredith, what are you doing here? Seeing how you two are doing since our last encounter. Yeah, a lot has happened lately, such as my wife Grace and I are back together. Congratulations, I'm happy for you too. I see later. And as Jeremy got up and at the counter, while Meredith sat down at Daniel's table, and as Daniel continued to fill out his application. Till he noticed Meredith seeing what he's doing, and as he stopped and looked at her. What's up? I'm sorry I haven't been around lately, but that's gonna change as you know it. Meanwhile, at the Graham High School in the courtyard, Drew and Lucas are talking. What are you talking about? Somebody's been hijacking our shipment as of lately. Alright, let me call my sister. No need, I'm right here. And as Lisbeth came to where they are, and Lucas and Drew saw her, Wait, I thought you and Rex went into the sunset forever. You know I will return on emergency basics, and clearly this is one. You did good to contact us. What do we do about it? We'll handle it personally. I'm gonna make a call to have a meeting at Collin Industry, and as Lucas got his iPhone and call someone. Whoever's behind this will be shark food when I'm done with them. Meanwhile, at the LAPD station in Greg's office, Red, Carly, and Bobby are talking. I wish I can say more. Do you know where the mayor is? He's in a meeting out of town. How convenient for him. I just don't get it. I really wish I could help you more with this. Alright, thanks. And as Carly and Bobby turned and left Greg's office, just as Claire came in and went to Greg's and he saw her. Were they talking about Taya's trial? I feel for that family, really I do, but there's nothing I can do. Have you heard from our son Matt lately? No, he's still down on those islands. He is determined to find out what exactly Frank and Mimi has on that island. And as Annie knocked on the door, and as Claire turned and saw Annie there, along with her husband. Do you two have a minute? Sure, come in. And as Annie came in and closed the door, and turned and faced Claire and Greg. Meanwhile, in the hallway, Bobby and Carly are talking. What are we gonna do? We just can't kid and hey, not gonna happen. And as Bobby got his iPhone and called Scott. And as he answered, hey, I heard what's been going on with Taya. In fact, I'm with her right now discussing our next battle phase. We can't have this trial tomorrow. Luckily, it's a pre-trial. Anyways, I'll tell you more in person. We're on our way. And as Bobby hung up. Good news. Listen, Scott's at home. Then let's go then. And as Carly and Bobby head out. Meanwhile, at the Grand Pub, Karen and Susan went to the stool area just as Eric came to where she is and he saw her. Karen, it's been a long time. Yeah, it has. I thought I'd swing by the pub and see how it's doing. So far it's going well. Anyways, what can I get for you? Yes, and as Susan got the menu and browsed and saw what she want. Yes, I will have the smoked home-cooked barbecue brisket platter to go. Coming right out, and as Susan gave Eric the menu. By the way, how's your wife and son doing? They're doing well, they're just busy. Excuse me, and as Eric turned and headed to the back, just as Bradley came to a Susan S and she saw him. Wow, smoked barbecue brisket? That's expensive thing to order. So I better make right clear where we stand. Yeah, and I refuse to accept the fact that my wife's choosing to end our marriage. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in Jesse's room, Jesse's lying in bed while being in the shadow room, while Lauren, Carol, and Steve are talking. I can't believe this. I'm gonna find the person who did this. We already know who. I'm not sure it was them. What do you mean about that? There have been other people that resent us. You gotta understand one thing, Lauren. Being a Graham comes with a price along with the good benefits, like being targeted by the Collins, for instance. After all, Frankie and Ming are gone, and it seems to me they have nothing to lose. You're right. I hate that family so much that I am really scared of what's gonna happen next. Lauren, you mind my husband and I have a moment? Yeah, sure. I'm gonna go check my schedule since I'm already here. Excuse me. And as Lauren got up and went and left the room. And as Steve went and closed the door and turned and went back to his wife and she saw him. Willie, Carol, or you can see I don't have to. She's only here because she feels guilty for what she did to our son. Meanwhile, outside the door, Lauren overheard what they said, and as she turned and walked away. Meanwhile, in the waiting room, Kevin and Tamara are talking. First of all, you said that, not me. Second of all, this isn't about CJ, and I'm really surprised you could bring him up in the first place. I don't even know what you're thinking lately. I mean, I know we're born Tamara. The fact is, we are both very busy people going in separate ways. Oh my God. What? Are you seeing someone? Are you serious? Is that where you're breaking things off? The fact that you can't man up and tell me you got yourself another girlfriend wrong. I'm sorry. After what happened with my grandfather, it made me realize there's no future between you and I. Oh, I see. And as Mildred Willie Jordan came to the ark and they saw, and as they got up and faced her. Well, look who decided to show up here. I think you should go now. No, Kevin, it's fine. Tamara, I'm only gonna say this once to you since you seem to be worried about me. Stay the hell out of my life. Meanwhile, on the balcony, Joseph and Olivia are talking. So this theory about her trying to kill you, do you know the reason? No, but I suspect something very dodgy is going about. And as Patrick came to the ark with 3 cups of coffee, and they turned and saw him just as he came and gave Olivia and Joseph one. I saw your mother talking to someone, and from the look of it, it looked strange. Exactly. Yeah, I tried telling Kevin and Tamara myself. only to almost get into a fight with Kevin. You know them Grahams, they're always protective of each other. You know, come to think of it, I may need my ex-girlfriend's help after all. I thought you didn't trust her, I don't. But maybe I can get past what she did to me. Dude, you're up to something, aren't you? Meanwhile, in Taya's office, Wilma and Kyle are talking. I have nothing to say to you, but I do. It seems someone has a problem sticking a nose in matters that don't concern them. Emily is my sister. That's so you're the one who calls the shots to whoever does what, right? That's not what I mean. Explain to me what it means. I never imagined that you would do this to Emily. I thought you loved her. I love her more than you know. And trust me when I say, you're the last person to lecture me what love is. After all, I don't answer to you. Yeah, perhaps you're right. Maybe you can answer to Emily and my protective brothers. You remember Josh or Eric and now Kevin? Not to mention my father. Oh, so we're playing that card, are we? Yeah. Make no mistake, I will tell him everything. Now, excuse me. And as Kyle opened the door, and as he stepped aside, then all means go ahead. And as Wilma head out. But while you do that, and as Wilma stop and turn and face Kyle, just as he turned and faced her, I'll just tell your best friend Olivia and your husband Julian about your recent affair with Patrick Collins. Meanwhile, at the Leavenbrook Cafe, Daniel and Meredith are talking. What do you mean by that? I want us to go out. Like on a date? Well, that's what they usually call it these days. Look, Meredith, I think you're a sweet, lovely girl, but honestly, I'm just not ready to start dating at the moment. Because you're still holding hope that you and Amanda get back together? Amanda and I have been over for months. Don't you think it's time you move on with someone? Life is too damn short, I get it. But I can't go out with you. Please excuse me. And it's Daniel got up and got a step and head to the counter while Meredith got her iPhone and called someone. Meanwhile, at the Graham High School, Elizabeth, Lucas, and Drew are talking, and as Lucas hung up his iPhone. Alright, I want you to move in the mansion with us. Look, as if we're not asking. Look, while Elizabeth's out of town, we need someone home manage our stockholders, and that's where you come in. I train you. Consider this a promotion for your loyalty to our family. Thank you. Tell my driver to take you home and gather some things and come to the house. Okay, what about tonight's shipment? I'll go hand it out. Just go get your stuff and don't forget the meeting. Alright, and as Drew turned and walked away, and as Elizabeth turned and faced Lucas. I gotta say, my younger brother's taking charge is quite impressive. Yes, you know it's weird that Drew was never questioned by the police. Oh, I see exactly what you're doing. Meanwhile, at the Crystal Ridge Manor, Carly and Bobby came in, and as Bobby closed the door, just as Scott came to the ER and they saw him. Where's my mom? We're in our office preparing Scott. You gotta know she didn't do this at all. That's what I'm gonna prove. Is Vanessa gonna be there? Most unlikely. This feels like a bad dream. Hey, all we're gonna do is stay strong. I'm gonna go talk to her. Is your mom still here? No, she left an hour ago. Alright, I'm gonna talk to her right now. And as Carly went in the living room, and as Scott and Bobby continued talking. From looking at this child, dude, don't tell me you buy this. I'm gonna say it look as perfect as if someone wants the outcome to come in their favor. Meanwhile, at the Grand Pub, Carrie and Susan and Bradley are talking. Perhaps you don't have a choice. Really, yes. In fact, I found me another person. Seriously, Karen? We haven't been apart. It doesn't matter. The point is, this person fulfills my every needs. Who is it? Why do you care? He'll never be the man he is. And the best part is, he respects my rich and don't judge me like other people. And you think I'll just get in your head. We are done. And as Eric came back with the 2 gold orders and gave it to Susan. That's for you and your boyfriend? Here you go, Eric. And as Susan gave Eric $100. Keep the chains. Is everything alright between you two? Swell. Excuse me. And as Susan got the 2 gold orders and went and left the pub, just as Jeremy came to the R, and Eric and Bradley saw him. What's going on? And as Bradley got up and headed to another table. And as Jeremy turned and faced Eric. Really? Well, as it seemed, you're really not liked around here due to what you, Daniel, and Donald did at the beginning of the year. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in Jesse's room, Jesse's still lying while being in the shadow room while Steve and Carol are talking. Jesse told us that information in confidence. Don't you think he has the right to know that he's gonna be a father? I mean, when you want to know, of course I do, and you know that. Months of keeping something so secret is so disgusting, and you know, come to think of it, I think she rushed too soon to marry our son, Carol. This is not you at all, to be so critical of people. I'm sorry. After what happened with John, I guess I've been on edge lately. Do you think it's fair that Lauren should be punished for a mistake that she regretted, Steve? Because I don't know if I can live myself if I'm ever gonna reconsider that option. Meanwhile, in the waiting room, Mildred, Willie, Jordan, Tamara, and Joseph are talking. The nurse told me you've been asking around to why I'm not here beside my husband's side. That's because I gotta keep Max. No, Mildred, don't suffice any information to someone who's gonna disrespect the nature of your whereabouts. You all should know the gang up on me. Mildred and his Lauren came to the R and they saw her. I have some news for you. Tamara is just leaving. No, we can go to my office. I'll capture the minute. And as Lauren led Jordan away. And as Kevin turned and faced Tamara. What is going on with you? If you're not gone when I come back, I will have security throw you out. And as Kevin turned and walked away to catch up with Sister Mildred and Lauren. Meanwhile, on the balcony, Joseph, Olivia, and Patrick are talking. Maybe I am. How's Jenna gonna tell you? She was seeing my mom a few months right around John's death. So, I don't mean anything. Look, I have to try. Don't you think she's gonna stick? No, because I decided she and I are getting back together. Nice. I just hope this plan works. It will. In fact, I'm gonna get the ball rolling right now. And as Joe's got his iPhone, and begin texting Janet. And as he put his iPhone up, now we wait to see if she takes the bait. And then I can begin the next phase of my plan. Meanwhile, in Taya's office, Kyle and Wilma are talking, and as Wilma pushed Kyle back in, and as she closed the door, and turned and faced him. What the hell, you bud? You know damn well what I'm talking about. Patrick and I haven't slept together. Is that so? Then why does it look like you almost jumped out of the skin? You don't know what you're talking about. And as Kyle took his iPhone out and pulled up the video and showed it to Wilma, and as she saw the video of her and Patrick making love. You sure about that? And as Kyle stopped it. I believe that's what happened at Wavenwood, the place where you're supposed to get treatment. Or was that bunch of rubbish? How did she get it? It doesn't matter. The point is, I have a long discussion with Eddie and Jeremy. And you have the you son of a bitch. Don't feel bad, because I'm gonna let you in one of my secrets, since I know all yours, which will destroy your marriage and your friendship with those around you as you know it. So what is the secret you have? I didn't know when I just walked in. Trust me, that secret was just a smokescreen compared to the real tidal wave. And as Kyle began to text on his iPhone and sent it, causing Wilma's iPhone to beep. Have a look-see. And as Wilma took her iPhone out and saw the text on her iPhone, and as she's shocked beyond the core by the revelation of it.